Welcome back, everybody, to the Pitch Pod. It's been a pretty exciting couple of days. I'm your host, Jeff Stebbins. With me, as always, is my co-host, JoJo Janner. The name's so nice, you gotta say it twice. Joe, how you doing today?
Oh, I like that. Yes, for sure. Not to be confused with yo-yo as in all the ups and downs that we've been experiencing over this World Cup so far, but lots of exciting matches. Enjoying the time and glad to be here on the Pitch Pod. Thanks, Jeff.
Absolutely. So we have been watching all matches, not just Team USA. And we had a couple of exciting ones these past couple days, including one that just finished. Joe, will you take us to the Argentina game to start with, please?
Yeah, that was, one that you would hope, or you figured from a neutral's perspective could have gone either way, but it was Messi magic that showed up to get the game going, took a lead 1-0, and they finished 2-0 to beat Mexico. So that wasn't important for them. It provides an opportunity still for Argentina to win the group, as I think many people picked. There's still a lot of people that I think early on had Argentina as a favorite, a lot to pick to win it all. But that helps them position themselves and then makes that group a little bit more difficult to project as far as who will finish second. But good game, exciting contest. Happy to see that they got through and get the result that I think, based on the performance, was deserving.
Yeah, absolutely. A little Messi magic, absolutely. That's what we tune in for, and he was due for some of it. He had a couple free kicks that didn't go quite his way, so I'm glad to see him start to play up to his potential again and see Argentina win that one. That was big for them. And then we just got done watching the Spain-Germany game. Will you take us through that as well?
Really well-contested game in the sense that it could have been anybody's. You look at the final result, 1-1, but it really was something that either one could have came out of there a winner. It was for Germany do or die in a sense that with any other result that would have essentially taken them out of the contest, but now there's still hope and belief that they could get through. Spain really probably, especially for the first half and into the early parts where they went up 1-0, I thought dominated the game more so, especially in possession. Obviously, that's what their game plan is. And then Morata with the goal, quality there, and then later a sub on for Germany came on and got this goal to draw a level, finish 1-1. But really one of the better, well-played games, probably what you would expect between those two top-tier teams, and it was a good game.
Yeah, absolutely. That game ending in a draw, 1-1. Another big draw was Ecuador's match against the Netherlands. And I knew Ecuador was not a team to sleep on. I knew that Valencia was just a stud. I did see he came off the game with a slight injury, but I don't think it's anything serious from what they were saying. So I think I fully expect to see him in the next lineup. The one that does concern me a little bit was Ronaldo, or I'm sorry, not Ronaldo, but Neymar Jr. When he came off for Brazil, and they took his boot off, and you could see how swollen his ankle was. That's a severe sprain. Personally, I would rest him like crazy, ice it, work on bringing the inflammation down as much as possible. And then me personally, if I was managing, I would completely rest him for the rest of the group stages and then bring him on for the round of 16. I think that he won't be 100%, but I think he'd be at least well enough at that point to contribute. That's my personal opinion. What's your take on it?
And how fortunate it is to be a team like Brazil and have the talent that they have to be like, well, we're going to rest what ultimately may be our best star player and feel the confidence that they're going to still go on. So, yeah, that's unfortunate for Neymar. It's unfortunate for them as far as going through. I think you hit it spot on. I think that's even what they suggested or what they put out, that Neymar won't see any more of the last two matches in the group, hoping to rest him, helping to get him back to recover, to be available to go through. Again, given they go through, but all signs show that that's where they're heading with theirs. It was a good win for them also as well to get them atop the group and potentially set them up to move forward. So I think that's the plan. Rest Neymar and get through and help to see him in the lineup into the knockout rounds.
Yeah, I think he'll be back. He wants to be in this World Cup, so I fully expect him to be back. But does look like a severe injury for sure. And of course, the big surprise, the one that we failed to predict. Let's just be honest. We missed it. I think everyone missed it. But England versus U.S. ended in a draw 0-0. It was a fun match to watch. Hopefully, everyone got together with their families for that day after Thanksgiving and still around with their friends and families at that time. Maybe some late celebrations and got to watch the game together. But yeah, pretty exciting match. Even though it ended in a 0-0 draw, a lot of action going on. What were your takes on that game?
Well, I think, like you said, I don't know if anybody really saw it as a result or prediction that was going to go along with lines of what we saw going into this, not only into the actual match itself, but into the whole bigger picture of where this group would go. Is that draw between the two really, again, then sets up for a must-win situation for USA, but not to get too far into our predictions there. But I think that was a well-contested match. I thought, talk about out of nowhere, essentially kind of changing up the system, changing up the means and ways to go about it, and it's working. And they found themselves in a level 0-0 draw with a team that had been performing very well up to that point. So I think it's well done to Team USA. It's very exciting in the sense that, again, it sets up an opportunity to still be able to be in this tournament and move forward. Must-win situation versus Iran next week. So very exciting.
Yeah, absolutely. It shows you the kind of talent that Team USA has, especially with Pulisic. He had a great game. I would like to see Jesus up in the forward position from time to time, but whatever they've been doing seems to be at least allowing us to compete. So I won't be overly critical, and it did seem like our manager was doing a little bit better with substitutions this match. So apparently he got the message from someone.
Hey, was he possibly tuning into the pitch pod? We were a little critical, a little harsh in a sense, but we weren't the only ones for sure. So whether it was from us or whether it was from others, and I think there were some other messages he received in between the end of the first match and this one, again, whether it be from the pitch pod or anybody else. So it's kind of exciting in the sense that that he's listening and taking notice. Maybe it's individual players, like I think I suggested, maybe people stepping up and saying, hey, maybe this is how we're going to go about playing. And the result kind of showed that was worth the changes they need to make. We'll be able to see if there are any bigger changes numbers-wise as far as the starting lineup that's going to go up against Iran next week. But I think it's something to be really looking forward to. I think most of us we want it to happen, obviously, but I think most of us are predicting that that's going to be the result. It's a USA in a must-win situation. Essentially, our knockout round starts in the third game of the group stage. So it's exciting to be looking forward to this game.
Yeah, so that brings us to that upcoming match. And as you said, it's a must win for US. If we don't win, we don't move on, being that Iran beat Wales, right? That was kind of an unexpected situation where their goalkeeper got red carded. They had to drop down to 10 players. And in overtime, Iran actually scored both of their goals after the game regulation was already over. So put the U.S. in a pressure-filled situation where, again, we do have to win. But I guess the good thing is that going into this match, we are the favorites.
And I think those players have to get that message. I think that everybody within the organization, again, needs to understand that that's where it is. I hope that is understood, and I hope that they follow through with that and do get the win, move on, because I think it would be a positive step for Team USA. And again, nothing's given in this contest and nothing is expected 100%, but you and I and everybody else, I think we're really pushing to see USA succeed in the group stage, to go on, just waiting to see where we are and what we're doing. But got to be a win come Tuesday. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, and for those that are kind of new to soccer, new to the World Cup, we advance with a point system. And at this point, even if we have a draw or just tie with Iran, that would still put them 1 point ahead of us, and we wouldn't move on to the round of 16, the knockout rounds. So when we say it's a must-win, we're literal that if we don't win, we don't move on due to the point system. And so I just checked the standings right now. Most people are giving the U.S. a 50% likelihood of winning. and I think the draw statistic was 20-some%, and then that averaged out for Iran having a 30% chance, around 30-something% chance of winning. So most people are giving the U.S. the nod at this point. I don't know if it's because of how we played against England and how we were able to tie a team that just blew Iran out of the water. I'm not sure why they're giving us such the advantage. I mean, I do think it's fair. I do think that we're a more talented, better team if we show up. But having said that, I do think it'll be a very close game and well contested game the whole 90 minutes.
And I would agree. I think that's what we'll be looking at going into this. It's going to be close. I don't know if I have in me to sit and hope that the USA just nicks the one goal and they win 1-0. I really would like to see more goal scoring. I think it's got to happen. I mean, let's turn it on. Let's win this. Let's turn it on. Let's get some goals scored. Can we get 2? I think that's fair. I think that with the opportunities that's been in place, I think that's a very much a possibility. If it's saying or suggesting that there's a 50% probability that we're going to win, let's go. Let's do it. Let's score some goals in there. Let's probably showing that we can do well to keep the opposition from scoring. I have USA winning 2-0.
Okay, that's a good prediction. And again, we do have some people capable of making those goals. Weah, Pulisic, another who, again, I'd like to see in the lineup a little bit more is Jesus, a proven goal scorer that Arsenal is actually looking at to join their team. 2-0, again, I think that is fair. I think that's definitely a possibility. I'm going to say U.S. is going to win this, but I think it's going to be a little bit tighter of a game than that, just because we've been having trouble getting on the board throughout the whole tournament. So I'm going to say U.S. we win 1-0.
Well, Jeff, I hope you have the stomach for sitting in back and watching that game. And whether it be early, we hold on, or, I mean, it's 0-0 going into the second half, and we got to nick one late. I just don't have the nerve for us. I'm saying go for it. Get these goals. Let's go, USA.
That's what I'm saying. Hey, I'm on board too. I'm just saying I'm just trying to be realistic with my prediction. But if we come out, get an early goal, hey, let's not take any chances. Let's get another one on the board. I hear you. So those are our predictions. I can't wait to see it. Hopefully everyone tunes in Sports Team USA, and hopefully we continue on in this journey, this World Cup 2022. As always, thank you. Hopefully you enjoy our content. Please like, subscribe, and keep pitching out there, everybody.
In a game, the round ball, round posts, anything can happen.